Hey, what's up guys, OSG back, and after the last couple of worst games videos, I think it's time to lighten up the mood with some of the best budget games ever released on the Commodore 64. When we were young, we were treated to a whole host of $1.99, $2.99 games, and the two software houses that spring to mind for these were Mastertronic and Codemasters. In this video, we will be taking a look at what I would say are the 20 best Mastertronic games in order of greatness. And greatness is a real word for these games when you think about how cheap they were. I've kept it to only Mastertronic and MAD releases, as the Ricochet ones were just re-releases. I've also purposely left out text adventure games, as I plan to do a video in the future on these, as it's a very niche genre. Anyway, here we go with some of the best budget happiness. In 20th place is Scumball. This is a super addictive multi-screen platformer that is a lot of fun to play. The game is big, so big I've never finished it, but I plan to one day when I get time. For me though, as with a lot of games on this list, it's the music what makes this game more enjoyable. Nineteenth position is taken by Speed King. This game just missed out on the C64 Racing Games video, but that was mainly down to the fact that I already had Super Cycle in it. Whilst it isn't as good as that game, it's defo better than the terrible Super Hang-On, and for the price it was brilliant. Motos is in 18th place, a one I never had but played recently and found it to be a super fun knock 'em off game if that's a genre. Whatever the genre is, it's mega addictive, and it's one that since finding I've revisited regularly. In 17th place is Big Mac, the Mad Maintenance Man. Quite an early release here and it shows in the graphics, but remember these games cost next to nothing, and what it lacks in looks is more than made up for in the gameplay. One thing that is a bit annoying is the music, which after a while starts to grate. Sixteenth place is taken by Action Biker. Now this is an absolute classic that I spent ages on when I was young. It stars Clumsy Colin and was sponsored by Skips, which I always thought was funny. I still have this on original and it's a favourite with my 9-year-old son. Sport of Kings is in 15th place. Now I'm not really into horse racing, but back in the day I loved the place your bets now machine in the arcade, where betting 10p on pink netted me a cool £3 once, and I was rich. Anyway, this is much the same concept as that game, and my mum and I would play this together, which is a proper nostalgic memory for me. In 14th place we have Kane. I have done a long play on this on my channel. It's a good looking game, so good I remember being blown away by the horse animation. The music is one that you will either love or hate. I personally like it. The gameplay though is where this game's all at, and it's one that will be nostalgic for a lot of people. Thirteenth position is taken by 3D Pinball. It's a nice little pinball game that, although would definitely benefit from some in-game music, delivers a great gaming experience. Yeah, it's no Pinball Dreams, but if you like pinball, this game would have been one of your favourites. Kikstart is in 12th place. I was asked a lot in the best C64 racing games video why the Kikstart games weren't on, but as you can see here it's more of a skill game than a racer. Nevertheless, Kikstart was a super smooth 2-player game that me and my mates used to play all the time. In 11th place we have Ninja. I'm sure I don't have to tell you lot just having Ninja on the box was a selling point for any game, as karate and ninjas were massive in the 80s. This is a dead straightforward game that is still fun to play today, but it's far too short. The game was absolutely slated in Zap64, only scoring 25%. Well, I don't know what game they were playing, but this is definitely not a 25% game, and for only a couple of quid I'll give it 70 to 80%. Tenth position is taken by P.O.D, Proof of Destruction. It starts out as very much a Centipede clone, but quickly finds a gameplay style of its own. It's a shoot 'em up with a difference, especially in the grid concept, which I'd never seen before. The music is okay and adds a lot of atmosphere to the game, speeding up when you get further, making it feel more frantic. Gaplus is in 9th place. Brilliant budget arcade shoot 'em up here. While the aspect ratio just doesn't feel right compared to the arcade ratio, it's still very playable and super addictive, and for the price it's a total bargain. In 8th place we have Street Beat. This is actually a re-release of a Virgin game called Ghetto Blaster. It's on the list though, as unlike the Ricochet titles, this one actually has updated music, and the music is what this game is all about. The aim of the game is to get people to dance to a tape in your Ghetto Blaster, and then once you have enough people dancing, take the tape to be reproduced. Good simple fun with some great tunes. Seventh position is taken by Finders Keepers. This is the first game in the Magic Knight series, which had 4 games in all, 3 of which are on this list. However, I haven't included Nighttime as I never really liked that game. Anyway, this is a straightforward platform game that, while looking like a Spectrum game, has brilliant gameplay and is just hard enough to keep you playing without getting you too annoyed. Hero of the Golden Talisman is in 6th place. Now if there's one game on this list that you truly get a bargain for your money, then this is it. It's a platform game that has everything and it's massive. Some full price games were renowned for being finished in under 10 minutes. Not with this one though, you will be playing this for ages. In 5th place is Spellbound. This is the second game in the Magic Knight series and was a big improvement, mostly for the absolutely brilliant Rob Hubbard music. The music makes this game so much more enjoyable, and I found myself playing this all the time when I was younger. Fourth position is taken by Panther. I had never played this game as a kid, but a while ago someone mentioned it on my channel and I fired it up. It's an absolute gem of a game. It's a shoot 'em up which is much in the style of Zaxxon, but also has elements of Choplifter included as you rescue your men. Oh, and that music, just listen to it, it's awesome. Stormbringer is in 3rd place. This is the last game in the Magic Knight series, and for me it was the best. It took all the elements from the previous games and wrapped them up in a near perfect platform adventure game. In 2nd place we have Master of Magic. This is a super cool adventure game that has everything to drag a kid right into it. It's a totally unique experience that I can't remember any other game on the C64 being like. It's not too difficult, which suits me down to the ground, and that Rob Hubbard music is some of his best work he ever did. And now in 1st place is Kikstart II. This was probably my most played game on the C64 along with Stunt Car Racer. The reason for that is it just never got boring. You have the same great 2-player action from the first game, but with better, more challenging obstacles, and this time you got the track editor, so you could actually make your own tracks and race against your mates, making this one awesome budget game. Okay, that's it for this video. This has been a truly nostalgic trip down memory lane for me, because being from a mining family we weren't the richest, so I had a lot of these games opposed to the big titles and loved them. Anyway, please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more great retro content. Till next time, this is OSG signing out.